Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast where we watch movies that we've never seen and talk about them. I'm Betsy. With me is my husband Trent.
Hey, Betsy.
So we're going to start today with a quick addendum to our recent podcast about the Oscars. We just finished watching the Academy Awards, and that was weird.
So we literally just sat down after watching the Oscars here, and we're a little dumbfounded by what we just witnessed.
A little bit.
COVID Oscars be damned. We knew this was going to be a little weird, and that's all well and fine. But what the hell?
Yeah, to say I'm surprised is an understatement. I'm not disappointed. So the reason we are so very surprised, if you didn't watch the broadcast, is twofold. So first, the tradition with the Academy Awards is that they do the Best Picture last.
Yeah, that's the big prize.
Correct. That is the final award of the night. And they mixed all kinds of things up tonight just to make it different, to make it unique.
The order in which all of the awards were given out, like director was like, what, fourth or fifth?
Something like that.
Of the night. That's usually like right before the main actors.
Yeah, the order was completely
way weird.
So they did that one, the third. So the Best Picture was the third from the last.
Yeah.
They had not even presented the Best Actor or Best Actress awards.
Yeah.
So first, Frances McDormand won, which great,
cool,
awesome.
And we mentioned in our last thing, that category was kind of way up in the air. It's very possible that she was going to get it.
Yeah.
Which, hey, she did a fantastic job.
And it came right after they named Nomadland Best Picture.
Sure.
So again, could see it coming.
Yeah, and I'm happy that both of them won.
Absolutely.
Chloe Zhao won for Best Director, second woman ever to win the award. Fantastic. That's all well and fine. It's what happened in the in that last section. To again break with tradition, normally it is the previous year's Best Actress presenting to the new Best Actor.
And vice versa.
They didn't do that this time. They did actress first, presenting to an actress.
Yep.
And then Joaquin Phoenix comes out and is going to present to Best Actor. Now, while this was happening, before the commercial break, they announced, oh yeah, we're going to do Best Picture now, before the actors. Oh, Jesus. Okay, why? Why are they doing this way?
Yep.
And we were positing, oh, maybe they know that Chadwick Boseman is going to win. And that's the narrative that I think a whole lot of people, including us, were expecting.
Well, and he's been winning everything.
Yeah.
Over Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
Over
everybody.
Over Riz Ahmed. Over Stephen Yeun. Everybody else has been losing in this category, and Chadwick Boseman has been picking up awards left and right.
Yes. And again, not that he wouldn't have deserved it. We didn't watch his movie. But going into this night, that was the narrative that everybody agreed that Chadwick Boseman was probably going to win a posthumous Oscar. That did not happen.
He didn't win.
And not only did not win, Anthony Hopkins, if you're following along, he won. And it was just his headshot up there. He wasn't there. Now, he doesn't go to these things normally.
Anthony Hopkins is 83 years old. He lives a quiet life when he's not working or posting crap on the internet. And he hasn't come to one of these in I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
He was nominated last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
He's been
recently.
nominated recently, and he didn't go then either. He didn't go to the Golden Globes.
Fine.
He doesn't go to this stuff.
Fine, and he shouldn't be traveling as an 80-some-year-old person with
During
COVID
a pandemic,
going on. No, not at all. But man, just it's such an anticlimactic thing to not only switch where the big prize is before the acting awards, but to have that ending be a person that's not even there with no speech, no nothing.
No nothing.
And hey, we're done.
It's over.
Bye.
Till next year.
Jesus. I don't know what else to say.
Again, we're not disappointed. We are frankly thrilled.
I'm thrilled that
That
Anthony
Anthony
Hopkins
Hopkins won.
Holy shit, man. I'm over the moon that he won. That was my best. He was certainly my pick.
Yeah.
Out of everybody.
He was incredible. We talked about it when we watched that movie, and we talked about it again in our last discussion.
Yes, best performance of his career, I'm sure. And again, my pick for best movie.
Yeah.
Out of everybody
So
for
him to
all the
win,
reasons I said, but
that's
for him to
amazing.
win is great. But considering all of the narratives and everything around it, it's just dumbfounding how this ended up happening.
I literally just wait. What? What?
My mouth was agape, sitting on the couch looking at Betsy. What did we just witness? Is this another La La Land situation?
Right? Nope. Well, and the part of me is, whenever things like this happen, like it happened when Marissa Tomei won, they thought the person who read the card just did it wrong.
Yeah.
And with La La Land, that did happen, but it's because somebody made a mistake.
Yeah.
So it is
horrible
unlikely.
mistake, but...
Well, and especially since then, they have taken such care to make sure that never, ever, ever, ever happens again. So
Yeah.
I guarantee you, this was no mistake.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins won an Academy Award tonight, and Chadwick Boseman did not.
Yeah.
It is just surprising, being that he was not winning many awards when the two of them were up against each other this entire time. So go figure.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the talk of this Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
The ending, the way in which everything was rearranged.
Yeah.
For no real reason. They didn't explain anything as to why. Why were all of the other categories mixed up? Normally they do all the technical things in between. They do the best supporting very near the beginning.
Yeah, the first award is typically best supporting actress or best supporting actor.
Actress always goes first.
There you go. Thank you.
Ladies
Yes.
first.
Yep. So best supporting actress is always the first one
Yeah.
of the night, but it was in the middle.
Yeah.
Is this Steven Soderbergh
Soderbergh.
directed this?
Yeah, Soderbergh is to blame for all of this stuff. I'm fully convinced.
What have you done, Steven? What have you done?
My hand is on my forehead right now. Betsy can confirm. I just don't know what else to say here. Other than, it's a different take, for sure, on the entire thing. I think this will never happen again, based on just our two reactions here and the very little that I saw right after the Oscars on Twitter of, what the fuck was that? What?
Well, the entire thing was, like they said from the beginning, we have never had an Oscars like this.
True.
You're damn right about that.
True. We were talking before the show that, the Oscars kind of got a little lucky with the timing of when they broadcast their last one, because it was right before COVID
was like
really
2
hit.
weeks.
Yeah, it was like right before all the COVID stuff started to hit and things started to shut down. It's been over a year since then. They had to delay the Oscars and also extend the window for movies to qualify. Fair enough. All else being equal, it was a pretty standard Oscars night.
Yeah.
Everything else, you didn't have a host. You didn't have a host the last couple of years.
Nope.
You had, the same kinds of bits and actors and presenters.
Filler.
And the weird filler with...
Okay, listen.
Let's talk a little bit.
The filler. All right. I'm just going to make you talk about the filler right now. So there was one weird little bit in the middle where they decided they were going to play a game. And Glenn Close, I received a text from the fan, from Stephanie. She said...
Excuse me, Betsy, our super fan.
Our super fan, Stephanie. She said Glenn Close is a goddamn national treasure. And if she didn't hit the nail on the head... So at the beginning of that, we were both like, what are we doing here? Don't we?
Why is Glenn Close doing the butt?
Well, before that, like when they started this bit, we thought... Oh, well, why are they adding stuff? Are they trying to fill time?
Yeah.
And by the end, I was like, thank you, because we get to see Glenn Close show how much she has been paying attention at all these Academy Awards ceremonies she's attended and never won.
Did you also notice that she also said, my friends at the Academy?
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nod, nod, you
cheeky-
motherfuckers,
Little cheeky.
for not
man.
picking me all of these times. 8 nominations, you
8
said?
nominations.
Fuck.
8 times she's sat through that awards ceremony and gone home empty-handed. So
Damn
if
it.
she's not listening to debut during that, I don't know what else she's doing. She's got a lot of time on her hands. Yeah, overall, I think since they made the changes a few years ago to expand it to more categories, it has actually made it a more wide open field, because it always seems like there's themes. So Mank won a lot of the production cinematography. Ma Rainey won costume and makeup.
Song, right? No,
No,
that went to the
sound went to Sound of Metal.
yeah, sound and editing,
And it also went to editing. So yeah, there's sort of themes.
which we mentioned during the thing, that those are the 2 that I think that it was a shoo-in for.
Yeah, so there's sort of like themes that go along with each other. The Father won a few things, obviously.
Yeah.
Nomadland won a lot of things.
Yeah.
So there wasn't anything.
And we kind of knew going in that this was going to be
Yeah.
kind of a mixed bag when it comes to
Absolutely.
where all of the awards were landing. Trial of the Chicago 7 got nothing.
Correct.
Nothing.
Preferential
isn't-
voting did not sink
Yeah.
the ship.
I'm glad I was wrong. I'm happy that it was a mixed bag across pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Promising Young Woman got best, was it adapted screenplay?
Original screenplay.
Original screenplay.
Yep, The Father won
fantastic.
adapted screenplay.
That was the first one of the night, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with a lot of the different awards. I think nothing really got, snubbed is a bad word, but it's just that ending, man. I don't know how this is going to be in the ether going forward. Is this going to just ruin the Oscars? That's exaggeration, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
They
already
it's never gonna be
expected-
like this again.
They already expected this is going to be the lowest viewed Oscars that's ever existed.
Yeah.
In your
And no fault to the Oscars themselves, no fault to the movies, but nobody's been able to go out. You've got a friend who always goes to see all of the movies, or at least most of them.
No, all of them.
Sure.
Even if she doesn't make it by Oscar night,
Yeah.
she usually finishes that week or something.
She didn't see any of them.
She didn't. I'm so upset. I scolded her soundly.
And we've called her out, not by name.
No.
We love this person.
I will give her time to redeem herself.
Yes.
Before I publicly shame
Well,
her.
she can just listen to all these podcasts and
you
and
go.
find out which ones that she needs to watch.
All of them.
Maybe not all of them. Anyway, so I don't know what else you wanted to say with this, but I'm just flabbergasted at what caused you to want to mess with tradition like this.
Yeah. I don't mind.
What's the reasoning?
I don't mind mixing it up a little bit, but the fact that they didn't put Best Picture right at the end, that's the one that is gonna bother me.
Director's not at the end.
I don't care.
The
I don't
end.
care if about director being at the end, but the fact that you put Best Picture before anything else,
And you
that there's
you mixed
awards
up,
after that,
and you did mix up the gender roles there,
Again,
which again
I don't care about that.
Whatever. It's beyond the point to this. But again, it's a completely arbitrary reason, which was never explained.
No. People like us who watch the Oscars every single year like the Oscars the way they are.
Yeah.
And I am open to expanding the categories and trying to make for a more diverse
You mentioned
group.
you mentioned during the show that there really should be like a stunt person
Yeah.
category or
They've
something
been
like
talking
that.
about that for years,
Yeah.
and they should just go ahead and do it. Like,
Totally.
think about like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane, and it was all done for real.
Yeah.
On Mad Max Fury Road, like, you could easily it won all the technical awards because it was such a technical
As
movie.
it should have.
Because they really did it. And same
But all
thing,
those people, all those guys and gals
Yeah.
who do all the stunt work, they never get recognized.
they get shit.
Yeah. They never get recognized, and they make those movies those kinds of movies happen.
Yeah.
And those are the people who take the most punishment, physical punishment, out of everybody else besides, the crew, who have to put on these ridiculous escapades.
Yeah. There's been a lot of changes to the Academy Awards of the year. Costume design wasn't always a category.
Yep.
There is a very, very, very famous costume designer, Edith Head. She had made, basically, name a movie in like the 50s. That woman had her hands in it somehow. Yeah. And she spearheaded the Academy campaign.
The campaign to get as a category,
this. Yeah. And then she won 20 times. Because you know what? Woman deserved it. There wasn't always, I'm sure, an international category. They commented on that tonight. Laura Dern said, oh, well, this movie when I was a kid, so it didn't exist for the first 20, 40 years, however many years it was. So I'm open to changes about what it is, and the fact that you don't get it anymore where one movie comes in and it's nominated for 14 movies and it wins everything. You don't see a sweep anymore. We have not had a sweep in 10 plus years since they made these changes, which I think is great. I would rather it be all over the board and deserving films win than for one movie to just come in because it's one of 5 and statistically it's just the best one.
You don't get to put on the DVD box that this film has won 9 Oscars.
Winner of 9 Academy Awards. No, it doesn't happen. I think Mad Max was the last one to win 5.
Yeah, I don't really know.
There's not a lot Nomadland.
It could be like Return of the King was the last one to win so many because of the technical and actual Best Picture.
Right.
It just didn't get any acting stuff.
Right.
But and back to the categories, I think the last one on this list that was new is visual effects. And now that is a relatively new kind of a concept for movie making. And I think that as movies evolve, movies get more complicated, and there are a lot more aspects to them, those are the kinds of categories that need to be added to recognize all these extra talented people coming into the industry and giving it their all. Every single movie these days has visual effects.
Yeah,
and to have extent. one category for that entire group of people is a crime.
Speaking of crimes, when is Andy Serkis going to get his Oscar? Damn it, talking about visual effects.
Yeah.
That guy single-handedly led the parade.
Yeah. Single-handedly got motion capture as shit.
He didn't come up with it, but he did it.
Yeah.
He made it the craft that it is.
Make a category for motion capture.
Give the man an Oscar. You cowards.
He'll get his.
You cowards.
He'll get his.
Give Andy Serkis an Oscar. And tonight another change was the original songs. They performed them during the intro. We weren't even watching the pre-show stuff.
No.
We never watched the red carpet stuff.
Yeah.
And we tuned in for the last 10 minutes, and it's and here's the last Academy Award nominated song.
Yeah.
It's oh, we missed it?
Right.
What?
Yeah, and I mentioned before that I could do without the live performances of all those songs during it, and I could also lose about an hour of the entire show, but that'll never happen.
Listen,
because ABC's still got to sell all their ads.
They cut 5 performances of songs during the broadcast, and it was still 3.5 hours long.
But you also noticed, I'm sure, that the winners were allowed to speak.
They were. They didn't
come
off.
I am so happy about that. I hate it when people. I even said it was one of the early ones. It was the international film.
Yep.
That won, and the dude was up there. And I thought I heard a song start to play while he was talking about his dead daughter. And I said out loud, do not play him off while he's talking about his dead daughter.
Right.
And the rest of the night, there was no playing off.
No.
So
The speeches got a little rambling. I think
Yeah, they
people
did.
weren't
They did.
prepared to win in this environment.
Yeah.
Like, they were endearing and adorable in most cases, and they all the ones, you could tell the people who had won and the people in the group who hadn't, like when John Baptiste and Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross won.
yeah.
The other two have won before. They won for The Social Network in 2010 for Best Original Score. John Baptiste has never been up there. And so they let him do all the talking. And he
that's
was
cool.
He was gushing, and like I said, his New Orleans was coming out. He was very excited to be up there.
Yeah, I really like his speech.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's
There was a lot of nice moments. I think the first like 4 speeches kept making me get emotional. It's like everybody's just winning and their dreams are coming true.
But that's every year for you.
Shut up! Just because I cry at all the things, I can't help myself. Yeah, so there were a lot of nice moments. I think a lot of things we wanted to win won. A lot of stuff that we expected to win won. The changes, some of them were okay, and some of them were very strange and jarring.
Sure.
And the fact that the night just sort of ended, and then here's the rules for voting.
Yeah.
Credits. End of night.
Thanks, Joaquin. I guess.
Go figure.
Yeah. But I think that's gonna about do it for us. We just wanted to throw this up here and give you our quick reaction to that. Going forward, this is the last one we're gonna do about this year's Oscars. We weren't expecting to do this, but because of the visceral reaction we had to this, we wanted to sit down and just pour it all out.
Say a few words.
So here it is. Here it is, guys.
Okay, so that's the real wrap up of the 2021
Yeah.
Oscars.
So yeah, we're gonna put this up probably in the morning. But yeah,
We'll throw this up sometime.
yeah. Next, we are gonna go into what we said we were going to. We're gonna go into the next movie on our list, whatever that happens to be. We haven't even decided yet. It's gonna be not Oscars related. It's just gonna be a movie that one of us hasn't seen or both of us haven't seen. It's gonna be back to our normally scheduled podcast, and so on and so forth. So,
So
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oscars.
We'll see you. We'll see you on our next journey here. Thanks for listening again. Thanks for bearing with us and listening to us ramble about this clusterfuck of a night.
So send us your thoughts.
Yeah.
'Cause-
What did you think?
Because that was a thing.
Yeah. As always, email us neverseenitpod@gmail, or tweet at us neverseenit_pod. Yeah. That's all I got.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Oscars.
Happy Oscars.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.